of giving is through alms. And alms are monetary or food donations given to the poor or needy. Now, we said earlier that God has desires for us to bless his house and also his people. So this is the area where we can bless his people through alms. Matthew chapter 6, 1 through 4 says, "Take care not to do your own deeds publicly or before men, in order to be seen by them. Otherwise you will have no reward with and from your Father who is in heaven. Thus, whenever you give to the poor, do not blow a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites in the synagogues and in the streets like to do, that they will be recognized and honored and praised by men. Truly I tell you, they have their reward in full already. But when you give to charity, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your deeds of charity may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly." Also Matthew chapter 25, verses 34 through 36, and then verse 40. "Then the king will say to those at his right hand, 'Come, you blessed of my Father, you favored of God and anointed to eternal salvation. Inherit, receive as you own, the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you brought me together with yourselves, and welcomed and entertained and lodged me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me with help and ministering care. I was in prison, and you came to see me. Truly I tell you, in so much as you did it for one of the least of these brethren, you did it to me.'" So it's important to help those that are in need. And something that we have to be careful of, we can't decide on when someone's in need or not. Amen. Sometimes people come to us for help, or you might just see or hear of someone that says they're in need, but it's not for us to judge. And sometimes we do. But with this giving heart, when we give out of our heart and out of our compassion for God, if that person's intent was ill, then God will deal with that, and God will judge that. So we just have to be careful, because sometimes we are not, and we do have to be careful, because there are a lot of people, especially in this day and age, who are schemers. And they, will set out to get you. So we have to use wisdom. We have to be prayerful. But sometimes, just be led of the Lord is what I'll say. Be led of God. And if God is leading you to be a blessing to someone, just go back to what I said earlier. Just in faith, obedience, and discipline, just do it. Don't think about it, because a lot of times when we start thinking, that's when we get in trouble. That's right. We start thinking, and then we're like, you know what? She just had a new pair of shoes last week, and now she said she needs money because her child, is in need. Well, maybe she did buy a new pair of shoes last week, but maybe she didn't know about stewardship. Maybe she didn't know how to budget. Maybe she didn't know how to manage her money properly. So we shouldn't use that, something we know that they just bought last week, as a judgment to say, I'm not going to help you today. Because her child is in need, not her. It's not her child's fault that she bought a new pair of shoes for herself. But again, just thinking through things sometimes gets us in trouble. And we just need to be led by the Spirit of God. Amen.